Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is well. For those of you who are new to the broadcast, this is exactly what we do every single morning at Investors Underground. A few of us share our plans for the day, and then obviously we update them as we go. And just a disclaimer before we get stuck in, this video is for information and education purposes only. If you're happy with that, then please continue. If you're not, then please switch it off. All right, let's get stuck in. Josh, take it away.
Good morning. First name that I'm looking at is PLTR. I think it has given people quite the struggle on the short side. Congrats if you're long this thing. But I am looking for some type of a push, kind of a blow off. 120, 121 would be great. But otherwise, I'll be kind of looking for signs of weakness throughout the day. I'm not planning on fighting this thing. I really like a one average true range move up, which would put it, 121, 65, 122. And get people kind of capitulating on the short side, and then watch for a fade later. But if the market wants to stay heavy, I'll see what's available to join this midday. Shopify, they reported great numbers. They literally doubled their profits. Their growth outlook was, a bit smaller than what it has been for the last 7 quarters. But I am going to watch for kind of a red to green move and see if the 121, 122 area builds. If this wants to be a long today, I'd like the market agreeing with that. With the NASDAQ. I'd like to see that firm up, and we're a bit weak this morning, but this is definitely one that I'm going to be watching. PL, this is a software name. I'm going to be watching versus 620s. If this wants to continue. And ACHR, really firmed up yesterday, but I would like to see, a couple more days of, building higher lows. I see it selling off this morning. I need to check the news, but, this is going to be on watch for the next couple of days. Do I have a trade on it right now? Not really, but I will be monitoring for yesterday's high of day, if we breach that at any point this week. Keeping the watch list short this morning. Feels a little choppy out there to me, just as an overall market. Yeah, keep it. I'm keeping my risk smaller here, just because I don't have the 5-star setups screaming in my face. So the risk is a bit smaller here until I see things stand out to me a bit more. But that being said, I would just stay nimble and good luck. I'll pass this back to Sam.
Super. Thank you, Josh. Short and tight. I absolutely love it. Let's head straight over to Emil. Emil, take it away.
All righty. Morning, everyone. A few things for me this morning. I'm looking at MGOL. Been pretty resilient in the past 3 days, as we can see here. And this morning it's gapping down. So a lot of people fought with it in the past few days. And this morning kind of fell. So that is going to create a lot of frustration. And those... My guess is that those who are going to try to chase it on the way down are going to have a surprise at some stage, because this one, as we can see, has this type of trappy behavior. So I'm expecting to see some pops at some stage, at least in order to have a good risk reward for this short. Would be nice to have these pops. Maybe it's not going to reach red to green, but still any pops towards 65 cents, ideally, red to green, would be nice for a short, risking more or less yesterday's highs. So any pops here for a short, right now it's down quite a lot, 25%. So really has to give those pops in order to have some sort of a educated risk reward. AIFF. This one has a news related with NVIDIA, and these type of news are usually received positive. I'm not positive at all on this company, so we'd really like to see it pushing higher, ideally 5.5 or even 6 later in the morning. So it's 10:30 type of trade for me. Nothing here, even if it's going to reject pre-market highs after the open, not really interested. Would really like to see a push through 5, and like I said, ideally towards 6 mid-morning, showing some weakness, and then looking to join the backside. Also looking at DDOG, I really like the day it's the way it's building up on daily. This is a type of a stock that it's moving kind of slow, but I like this build up setup, and if it's going to manage to hold the trend in the morning, and it's going to build up above 145, then I'm expecting to see some sort of a follow through in the next few days. Also looking at Palantir, Josh went over it, but more or less similar, same plan. As we've seen, this one is just going and punishing shorts, including myself in the past few days. So keeping the short, the risk tight, and would really like to see some pops 117, 118. So looking for a push towards pre-market highs or after hour highs, and then see if it's going to reject there. Yesterday had an attempt, but been pretty resilient and never shown a sign of weakness. So if today it's going to have these pops and stuff at some stage, I'm going to give a shot, but other than that, not really interested to do anything here. And the last one, it's Tesla. Pretty weak right now, and we have this news that Elon wants to buy OpenAI, so thinking it's going to create more pressure, thinking people might think that this one can go lower. So if it's going to stay under these lows and build up there, I'm going to be interested in getting a short, and so looking for more unwind, at least in the first hour or so. So yeah, pretty much that's it for me today, guys. Good luck, and back at you, Sam.
Brilliant. Thank you, Emil. And then last but never least, Stan, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Sam. Good morning, guys. Let's see here. We have February 11th, Tuesday, and just a couple of things on watch for me. I'll start with a few large caps. So Nvidia is on watch. Obviously, really nice recovery here from the mid-low teens up to 134s or so yesterday. Which, if you look on a if you look on a higher time frame, that's essentially where the gap down started on the DeepSeek news a few Mondays ago, I think a couple weeks ago or so. So essentially, we clawed all the way back from low to mid teens, all the way to mid 130s, 134s, 135s, etc. So this essentially will stay on watch today, also for the upcoming, pretty much for the rest of the week, mainly because we're brushing up against this congestion area here, looking left from late last year into early this year as well. 130s, 135s keep showing up. So if this finds trouble here, as far as looking more so intraday, some intraday levels, if this essentially opens up, rushes 133s, maybe checks in with red to green from yesterday, etc., that would be a good level of interest for me to watch for some sort of exhaustion. I don't mind if it goes into this area. If it goes into 134s, that's okay. Again, it's Nvidia. I think you need to have a it's really tough to keep your risk within 5, 10, 15 cents, right? It's $135 stock. It makes sense to have 25 cents rip shouldn't scare you type of thing. So that's NVIDIA for me today. Ideally higher the better. And again, it offers some opportunity there out of the gate. The next one that I haven't watched is PLTR, similar to Josh and Emil that they mentioned. And yes, some of our watch lists overlap, which again, that essentially just shows where the price action is, right? What's in play, what are the tickers in play, and where most of the opportunities are. So PLTR, fresh all-time highs yesterday. And as far as a daily trend, I mean, this thing is pretty very much front side, so it's nothing to step in front of with any sort of significant size when the trend is not going in your direction. So for me, ideally, I would like some sort of a pop towards VWAP or towards red to green area and have a reactive trade out of the gate. I think on days like today and tickers like PLTR, NVIDIA, etc., the first 10, 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes out of the gate for me are treated as a separate segment, given all the emotion, all the volatility out of the open, etc. So if I do have any trades within that first half hour from open, then I generally tend to treat that plan separately. And then 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., etc., I can look for a more concrete plan that develops into the rest of the day. So that's PLTR so far, higher the better. And again, maybe looking at some fell to follow through. Just looking at taking advantage of price action. I'm not at all bearish on this. I mean, there's no way you can be bearish on this type of chart. So I think, just taking advantage of price discovery at these new all-time high levels. And then switching focus. Well, actually, I do have one more large cap on here. So SMCI, really, again, really clean move there from mid 20s into essentially the mid 40s, almost 100% move there. So that's really nice to see from early February. I believe they report earnings after hours today. So please keep that in mind as there is a forward-looking catalyst. But essentially for me, what I'm looking for is some fail to follow through. Some failed to follow through spots on the intraday time frame. So ideally, if this opens up and essentially shoves into 41s, 4140s, etc., you can kind of see where discongestion was yesterday around noon to pretty much end of day, and then we had that after hours little squeeze there. But rechecking with this 41, 50, 60s area would be ideal for me, and then look to join any fail to follow through setups that offer from there. So in terms of large cap, that's pretty much it. And then I have a couple of small caps. I think one of them was this INAB, INAB. Unfortunately, it already unwound pretty much all the way, so I don't know how much range is left in this ticker. But again, I would be looking for some sort of a swipe. I was looking at it here in the 70s, and it never set up for me the way I'd like to enter. So missed this opportunity. But again, we'll watch it just in case. And the other one was this AIFF. So similar to what Emil mentioned, this has, I think they had some news related to NVIDIA or whatever, but I mean, that's, just a carrot of the narrative so much. For me, what I'm looking for is some sort of a clear out, ideally pre-market highs, maybe, 470s, 480s, 5s, whatever it decides to do, and then react to something like that out of the gate. And that's pretty much it for me today, Sam. Back to you.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you, Stan. Yeah, INAB. I mean, I did trade it, and I obviously absolutely piked it, which is just an incredible unwind. Yeah, hopefully we get a pop there. Yeah, thank you, Stan. Thank you, Emil. Thank you, Josh. Thank you to everyone who's made it this far. And if you have made it this far, it's probably worth checking out investorsunderground.com. We do this every single day at exactly the same time. I mean, for us, it's exactly the same process, whether we're doing it to IU or whether we are doing it to YouTube. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Trade them well.